Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Student World Talks. My name is Lean, and today I will be the host for this amazing and very unique episode. This is really exciting because this is the first live of 2023, and it's going to be a unique one. You guys will know why soon. If you guys don't remember what these lives are usually about, I will give you just a quick summary. The Student World Talks are all lives that are related to studying abroad. If this is your dream, if you want to study abroad, you are in the right place. We usually have representatives from universities to tell you all about the programs, the scholarships, all about the university application, and anything that you need to know. We also usually have students that have already studied abroad so that they can give you tips and any advice that you guys might find helpful. So if this is something that you're interested in, you are in the right place. I would like to also remind you guys to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because you get more updated about our content, and you can stay up to date, and you can watch all the information that we bring to you guys. Also, I would love to hear more about you guys. Please, if you can, leave in the comments your countries, where are you watching us from, and also your names, just so we can have more of a conversation going, so I can say hi to you. And also, just like how you're commenting now your countries and your names, I would really suggest that you guys do that throughout the live by asking your questions about anything you need to know about studying abroad or about the university that will be joining us, that I will be sharing with you very soon. So I can already see a lot of people commenting. Hi, Kenair from Colombia, and hello, Faizan from Pakistan. Hello, Martin, Nairobi from Kenya. And we also have Shahid from Egypt. We have Alan from Mexico. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing with me. I really get very excited when I hear all those amazing countries and all those amazing people watching us. I am personally in Canada right now, but I'm originally from Syria. I also studied abroad, so I know how it is to keep researching and trying to find information. And that's exactly why the Student World is here to help you to achieve that. So I can still see a lot of people commenting. Thank you so much. Diego from Uganda. We have Kingsley from Nigeria, from Brazil. Thank you guys for commenting. Okay, so I can see that you guys are very excited and engaged, and I'm happy to see that. So as I said, please keep commenting throughout the live, telling us about what your dreams are and what you want to know more about, whatever it is related to university or related to your dreams and goals. Okay, so today it is a great opportunity for you to meet this amazing Canadian institution, Ontario Tech University. So this amazing and incredible university is ranked number 2 for the best undergraduate university in Ontario for reputation. It is also the 3rd best engineering school in Ontario, and it has an affordable tuition with lots of international scholarships opportunities, and of course, a variety of different programs that you guys can choose from. Also, there is a surprise at the end of this live. There might be a promo code to waive the application fee. So if you would like to know more about that, stay tuned and keep watching us at the end till the end of the live. And now, to know more about this incredible university, please let's watch this video together.
How's it going?
Namaste.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn.
Hola. Hello from Ontario Tech. Hello from Ontario Tech.
Hello from Ontario Tech University.
We're all members of the Ontario Tech International Recruitment Team.
And we are here to guide and support you on your path to university and your transition to Canada.
We know that relocating to a new country is a lot to navigate.
We can all agree that choosing a university is also a very big decision.
And that's where we come in, to help make the process as easy as possible for you.
Our recruiters are so excited to be traveling around the world, connecting with you in your country.
However, if we don't get the chance to meet with you in person, you can book a virtual one-on-one meeting with one of our recruiters.
If you are interested in learning more about what we offer, tune into one of the many webinars we will be hosting, or chat with us live on our website to get on-the-spot answers to your questions.
Be sure to explore our campus using the 360-degree self-guided virtual tour.
And don't forget to follow us on social media at OT Future Student.
We know you have an important decision to make, but you don't need to do it alone.
Let us help you navigate your way to university in Canada.
From all of us on the international recruitment team,
We can't wait to connect with you.
Awesome. I'm personally really curious to hear more about Ontario Tech University. So let's finally welcome Brent with us today.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you, Lane, for having me.
Hi, Brent. Thank you for being here. I would love to give you the opportunity first to introduce yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I just want to say I had no idea this was the first live session. So I have a lot to live up to. Thank you to everybody who attended. Thank you to Lean, to Carla, to FPP for organizing this. And I'm very excited to talk about Ontario Tech University. And as you just saw right there in the recruitment video, I probably shouldn't become an actor anytime soon, but this will have to do for now. So my name is Brent Seaton. I am the Regional Market Development Manager for Ontario Tech University. Essentially, I look after international students coming to Canada, enrolling in Ontario Tech. I look after a bunch of different markets. I'm not going to name off every single country, but I see a lot of students mentioning Nigeria, Vietnam, Bolivia, Mexico, Brazil. Those are some of the few countries that I do look after, and I'm more than happy to chat and to figure out how we can get everybody from this webinar to the Ontario Tech campus.
Awesome. That's perfect. So as you guys heard, Brent is here to help you throughout this live to get all your questions answered and to help you finally accomplish your dream and hopefully study in Ontario Tech University. So the first question is, who is Ontario Tech Universities and what are some of the unique qualities?
Yeah, great question. So Ontario Tech is one of the newest schools in all of Canada. We have all 4-year undergraduate degrees, mostly in the STEM fields of science, technology, engineering, mathematics, but we have some amazing other faculties too: education, social science, health science, business. We're about 45 minutes east of Toronto in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And I know we're going to discuss more about the campus later, but it's a smaller campus, about 11,000 undergraduate students, a very robust international population with over about 60 countries represented on campus. I'm a graduate from Ontario Tech. I did the business program. I had the time of my life, and I'm very, very excited to discuss more about it today.
Great. So Brent can give you a lot of information about Ontario Tech University, but also maybe you can share with the students some of the student experience that you experienced when you were a student yourself. So that would be great. Before we get into more details about the programs at Ontario Tech University, I want to ask you guys to share with us, what do you want to study at Ontario Tech University, or what do you want to study in general? Just share with us your dream program in the comments so we can read them and know more about you. So the next question is, what are the 6 faculties available at this university?
Yeah, so we have 6 amazing faculties with many, many different great programs. So business and IT, if you're interested in accounting, finance, marketing. We have our Bachelor's of Education program in our education faculty, engineering and applied science, if you're interested in automotive engineering, industrial, manufacturing, or software. We have health science if you're interested in nursing, our science faculty if you like bio, chem, forensic science, and last but not least, our social science and humanities programs if you're interested in criminology and justice, liberal studies, or psychology.
Awesome. That's amazing. I can already see a lot of students sharing what they want to study, and a lot of them are what you also mentioned, like software engineering, international business, and computer science. So it's really amazing to know that Ontario Tech University, they have all those available. So just to be clear, because some of the students are asking about masters as well, do you offer both graduate and undergraduate programs?
Absolutely. So we do have some graduate programs. Unfortunately, I am not the expert in that area. I am more than happy to chat with students about it later. I don't know all the information right now, but I will say yes. If you do email me and you're interested in postgraduate studies, I can do my absolute best to put you in the right direction. But the short answer is yes, we do have 4-year undergraduate degrees. We have master's programs and PhD programs as well.
Awesome, that's great. So yes, I hope that answered your questions, guys, because there are a few questions about the graduate programs. And thank you so much for sharing with us what you guys want to study. I can see here psychology, marketing, masters in finance. Those are all really amazing options. So what are some of the most popular programs among international students?
Yeah, so generally students tend to lean towards the computer science programs, engineering, business, but we have many different other great programs as well. So every single program has some type of experiential learning, but computer science, business, and engineering are usually what our international students will be leaning towards. But of course, I want to see international students go into every single faculty, and there's some amazing opportunities that students don't even know about. So if you're interested in computer science, business, and engineering, that's great. But I did see biotechnology. I did see psychology as well. So we do have those programs too at Ontario Tech.
That's great. And when I was looking at the website for the Ontario Tech University, I saw something called college to university transfer programs. What are these? What are the college to university transfer programs, and why are they beneficial for students?
Yeah, great question. We have many, many different pathway programs with many colleges across Ontario. So if you don't meet the academic requirements coming out of high school to get directly into Ontario Tech, you can do some different pathway programs as well, whether it's a accounting program that leads into our commerce program at Ontario Tech, maybe a technology program that leads into computer science. But we offer a variety of opportunities. So if you don't get into Ontario Tech with your initial application, do not worry. There are multiple ways to get into Ontario Tech, whether it's after 2 years or 3 years of college.
That is actually great news. Thank you for sharing that with the students. Guys, thank you for sharing with us what you want to study and all of that. Please keep on doing that, because it's really nice to know more about you and what you are interested in, so we can know what to talk about during this live. So what is the method of delivery? Are the programs online or in person?
Well, obviously, due to COVID in the past, there were online programs. We have transitioned back to in person, with a few courses still being offered online. But I would say moving forward, if students are anticipating maybe a fall 2023 start or even fall 2024, I would expect them to be in class in Canada, ready to work in person.
Great. So, guys, this question is for you. Do you prefer in-person or online studying? Just share with us in the comments, just so we can know what you guys are like and are interested in more. There's a question from a student, Victoria, asking, can they transfer from the university in their country to Ontario Tech University?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course they can. What we're going to need, though, is to see their transcripts. We may also need to see their high school transcripts as well. I always suggest reaching out to myself or another one of our regional marketing development managers, just to discuss what their pathway would look like. If they're going from a program such as psychology and maybe they want to go into computer science, it might be a bit more complicated. However, if they're transitioning from, let's just say, a business program at home and they want to come to a business program at Ontario Tech, that's a much easier pathway. But the short answer is yes, absolutely. We're just going to need to take a look at their transcripts.
Great. And I see a lot of people sharing their answers. A lot of them prefer to have in-person classes. I agree. I like that as well. Thank you guys for sharing with us. You kind of like briefly mentioned about the experiential learning at Ontario Tech University. So can you share with the students a little bit about what is the experiential learning, and maybe give examples of how that is, like the hands-on experiences and the labs and anything practical that they do at Ontario Tech University?
Yeah, absolutely. So experiential learning is the process of learning by doing and then reflecting on that. So every single program at Ontario Tech, whether it's computer science or business or marketing or psychology, every single program at the university has some type of experiential learning. whether that's in the form of a capstone, a clinical, a co-op, a placement, an internship. That's what we want to deliver to our students. So for example, within the business program, 100% of our business students take some type of experiential learning upon graduation. So every single student in the business faculty is going to get that hands-on experience, because as we move forward, it's not enough just to get the degree. Employers want to see what's on the resume, and that's what we deliver at Ontario Tech. Not only a world-class education, but the ability to get that hands-on experience outside the classroom. So when you go and you exit off the stage and you have your degree in your hand, you also have an outstanding resume in the other that you can give to these employers. And that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that our graduates are employable after graduation.
That is really great to know. So that's amazing, because you guys will be able to, of course, get a lot of knowledge, but also a lot of experience. And this is also a very fun way to get all the knowledge that you need to get, and Canadian experience. So it's an amazing opportunity. And it's really great to know about this experiential learning. So as you mentioned, Ontario Tech is known to have a lot of international partnerships. How is that useful to students?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a bunch of different partnerships where students can go and travel abroad, or even come over to Ontario Tech, and a variety of enrollment opportunities as well through these partnerships. So there's quite a few. I can't name them all, but I will say that if they are interested in maybe enrolling in Ontario Tech in an exchange program, or even coming to Ontario Tech, starting their 4-year degree, and then going somewhere else for an exchange opportunity, definitely reach out to our student services. We're more than happy to chat, and they can definitely take advantage of those partnerships.
Great. And speaking of working and work experience, can students get a co-op or internship work while studying?
Yeah, absolutely. You can work up to 20 hours a week in Canada while you're an international student. Ontario Tech offers a variety of jobs on campus for our international students as well, in the form of a work-study opportunity. And then, of course, in the summer, they can also stay and work too. So a variety of different options. Of course, scholarships, I know, is the most important part of the international student's journey. And I know we're going to touch on that later. But if you're not successful for a scholarship, there are many, many different ways to make a few extra dollars while you're on campus.
That's really great to know. So there are some questions here. Guys, I really suggest that you keep asking more questions about whatever you need to know related to programs, employment, or even questions about the campus if you're curious to know anything, and we will be making sure to answer them. So the next question is, you mentioned that students can get co-ops and internships, but can they also get part-time jobs while studying in Canada?
Yeah, absolutely. So whether that's off campus or on campus, students can absolutely work while they're enrolled at Ontario Tech as an international student.
That's really great to know. That's a really great thing about Canada as well, is that they can be studying and at the same time working. So just so that they can get a better idea, what kind of part-time jobs they can get in Canada?
Yeah, so we have over about 200 opportunities for work-study opportunities. I'll give you a quick example. So our recent graduate who worked for me in my work-study position was an international assistant, worked with me for 4 years. The student was from the Bahamas. They just graduated. So all through their 4 years, they worked with me on campus throughout their academic year and through the summer. They were making money. They were playing on the varsity soccer team. They just graduated. I had a brand new student from Nigeria who applied for that role. I've hired him. Now he's working for me. So those are just some of the opportunities. But if you want to work on campus, over 200 different jobs are available. And maybe if there's nothing that you like on campus, you can absolutely go and work off campus while you're at Ontario Tech.
That's really great to know. Thanks for sharing. So guys, what kind of part-time jobs would you be interested to apply in Canada? Just share with us in the comments. Let us know what kind of things you would try, you would love to try working as in Canada, because as you guys know, there are a lot of opportunities, as Brent mentioned. So the next question is, what is a postgraduate work permit in Canada?
Yeah, great question. I know a lot of students are very interested in learning more about that. So when it comes to Canada, there's some different immigration laws. And one thing is for me to expand on that, you need to be a registered immigration consultant, which I am not. So I will tell you this, that upon completion of a 4-year university degree, there is the opportunity to apply for that work permit. Ontario Tech is one of those registered institutions that are eligible for that. So the opportunity is possible when you do graduate to go and apply for that. That's really all that I really can say. If you are interested in learning about that permit, you can definitely email me. I will give my email at the end of this presentation, and I will forward your email on to our International Student Services, and they would be more than happy to discuss all the immigration and visa requirements and post-graduation work permit policies.
Amazing. Thank you, Brent. So now that we know a lot about the employment in Canada, let's talk about the campus because students are really always interested to know more about the campus, the size of the campus, the student there, the life there. So there's a question from Diego asking, how is the accommodation arrangement when you decide to study? So I think they're asking, like, is there an on-campus or accommodation for students?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have 2 residence buildings right on campus. The campus is not too big. I believe the longest walk, if you start from the very southern point of the campus and walk all the way north, it's only about 10 minutes in length. So even when it is snowing out and it's below freezing and you got your winter jacket on, it's not too far of a walk. So yeah, we do have 2 residence buildings right on campus, double-sized beds, great accommodations, private washrooms, kitchens, televisions, Wi-Fi in every single residence room. The residence buildings are only about 12 or 13 years old, so practically brand new when it comes to universities in Canada. If you don't want to live in residence, that's completely okay. You don't have to if you don't want to. There's a variety of different housing options off campus, whether that's in the form of an apartment, a condo. If you want to share a house with some friends, you're more than welcome to do that. However, when it comes to our students, as long as they apply by the deadline, we will guarantee them a room in residence. And trust me, when you wake up in the morning and you see that snow, you want to be right on campus so you have a quick 2-minute walk to campus. So I would recommend staying in residence for your first year. But of course, you're going to make many different friends. You're going to have opportunities to live elsewhere. And of course, explore that if you do want to. But I would recommend staying in the Ontario Tech residence, at least for your first year.
That's great to know. Thank you. There's a question asking, do you offer or provide any support for the students when they are choosing a program?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would be your guy or one of our offshore representatives as well. We can discuss any single program you like. I'm not going to call myself an expert in every single one, but I will say I know a lot about every program at Ontario Tech. So if you want to set up a meeting with me, I am more than happy to chat. We have a couple other regional market development managers, and we do have some offshore staff as well. So we have people that represent India, South Asia, Southeast Asia, Africa, Latin America, and Asia as well. So if you want to chat with them, by all means, you're more than welcome to. If you want to set up a meeting with me, and we can discuss everything from computer science to psychology to engineering, accommodations, varsity sports, to jobs on campus, or even student clubs and groups. It is my job to make sure that you are comfortable when you head to the airport, you fly in to Pearson, and then you drive to campus. I want to make sure that it's seamless. So that's my role, and I want to make you feel comfortable. So any question at all, feel free to ask me, set up a meeting with me, and we can chat about Ontario Tech.
That is amazing to know. And as Brent mentioned, guys, we will provide the email at the end so that you can get in contact. There's also a question from Martin asking, how is the diversity like in your program?
Oh, great question. It's very diverse. Just Oshawa, the Durham region in general, is a diverse community. Canada has a ton of immigration, and it's great. Equity, inclusion are very important factors when it comes to choosing a university. And Ontario Tech, we take that very seriously. We want to ensure that every single person, regardless of where you're from, is welcome to the campus. So over 60 different countries are represented on campus, from Caribbean students, students from Africa, Asia, Southeast Asia, Latin America, Canadian students. So everybody is welcome, and we want to ensure that when you step on campus, that not only you feel welcome, but you feel safe, you're happy, and you're excited to start university. So absolutely a very, very diverse campus community.
That sounds really great to know. And I'm sure the students are also very interested to know more about the campus itself, the feeling of being there on campus. Can you describe it? Is it more like usually busy? Is it quiet? Is it like a very big building? Is it small? And just like the amount of students that are there, just so that they can get a better image of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll put it into the perspective as if you've never visited Canada or Ontario before. So I'm sure when you look at the map, you see this massive, massive landmass right across Canada, from all the way the west coast of British Columbia to the east coast of Prince Edward Island. And we're kind of smack dab right in between in Ontario. So Oshawa, Ontario is where the campus is, about 45 minutes east of Toronto. Now, Toronto is the biggest city in Canada. And if you just head along the highway 45 minutes east, you're going to arrive to Oshawa, Ontario. It's about 175,000 people, more of a mid-sized city, but a very beautiful community. And we're kind of in the North Oshawa region. So that's where campus is, about 11,000 students, a smaller campus, but many different activities. So as I mentioned before, we have 2 residence buildings. We have a soccer field, an indoor field house, an ice hockey rink, and many, many different academic buildings. So it's a beautiful campus. It's self-contained. You can walk around and enjoy your time. But of course, right around campus, many different amenities. So if you want to go sit down with your friends and grab a burger or have a coffee or hang out, many, many different places to go and do that. Let's just say you got to go get some toothpaste. Well, no problem at all. Right across the street, there's a store for that. Maybe you want some fast food, you just head down the street and there's that as well. If you want to go shopping, buy some new things, want to go to a mall, well, we have a 200 store mall that's about a rough 10-minute drive from campus. So Oshawa is a very great, diverse community. It is very, very safe, and everything you need is in the area. So whether it's a quick 5-minute walk across campus or a 10-minute bus ride around town, everything you need is in the area. And also the convenience of being very, very close to Toronto. Of course, Toronto is a big, big city, big skyscrapers. If you just want to go to Toronto and hang out there and get that experience, it's a quick drive down to the train station. And then within 45 minutes, you're right there to campus. And of course, you can always go online to our website and you can check out a campus tour. And then, of course, on our YouTube channel, it shows all the campus if you do want to check that out at the OTU YouTube page.
Wow, that really sounds like a very amazing place to be in. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. And I see a lot of questions here, which is amazing. We will get to them very soon after just answering this question about that I'm sure a lot of you guys are also interested to know. Can you just give the students an idea about the cost of living there?
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to staying on residence, our residence buildings start at around 6,600 Canadian dollars for the academic year and go up to about $8,500 for the academic year. And that's, of course, in Canadian dollars. When it comes to staying off campus, it really depends on your accommodations. So I would expect you to pay through a full 12-month lease the entire year, roughly anywhere between $600 to $700 just for a single private bedroom that's in a house sharing with other people, upwards of around 15 to 2,000 Canadian dollars a month for a private apartment or a condo. In my humble opinion, it is a much smarter financial decision to go and stay in residence for your first year. That way you have all your amenities right there. You can purchase a meal plan as well. You're right on campus. And of course, you can go and walk the campus right out of the building.
That's really great to know. Victoria is asking if we can see a few pictures of the campus. We do have actually a video, the campus tour to show here, so let's watch that together.
There's a new day dawning at Ontario Tech. An exciting day. A day that is focused on tech with a conscience. Tech that is focused on improving the human condition and life on our planet.
We don't have ivy growing on our walls. We're too busy breaking new ground.
For decades, technology was the master and we were its servants. At Ontario Tech University, we are turning that on its head. We believe that ourselves and our students are the drivers because we embed technology with the kind of ethics and ethical thinking to be asking big questions. What can they offer to students that are beyond the age of 25? What is our privacy? What is this technology going to do to enhance our lives and those of our grandchildren? We're unshackling students from the traditional model of that 3-hour lecture, of that expensive textbook, and giving our students the power and the authority to invest in themselves, see themselves as the teacher, bring their own ideas to market, develop their own textbooks in collaboration with their professors, and seek the knowledge that they need to be able to write their own ticket. We are the eastern anchor of the GTA's tech ecosystem, and that means for us there are incredible opportunities in energy with 2 nuclear facilities in our backyard, in the automotive sector to reimagine what transportation can mean, with hospitals that are craving a new business plan, and biomedical innovations that enhance health and human longevity. Artificial intelligence and machine learning that push us to re-examine conventional ways of thinking about social and environmental problems. A sticky campus is one where students, faculty, and staff want to stick around. It's a place that feels welcoming. It's a place that has great food, great places to chill, and a sense of community so that you come to this university and you feel as though you really belong. We've been working hard to build a new university from scratch. We now have a track record. Incredible world-class facilities, renowned faculty, deep partnerships with industry leaders, amazing students. If you have a great idea, a big idea, you need to come to Ontario Tech.
We're here to improve the lives of humans and our planet. It's tech with a conscience. Join us.
Amazing. That was really amazing to see, actually. Like, we saw a lot of hands-on learning methods, a lot of practical things, and a lot of the experiential learning that we were talking about throughout this live. A lot of the students are also wondering about more about the student services. What are the student services offered for international students when it comes to visas, help with insurance, or anything like that?
Yeah, so we do have an international student service department, and they can help with anything from assistance with the temporary residence status, so your student permit, your residence visa, work permits, adjusting to new life in Ontario, international student orientation, social events when it comes to the student experience, volunteer opportunities, different resume workshops and networking events, career fairs as well. So everything you need, big or small, if you approach International Student Services, they can definitely assist you.
That is great to know. We talked a lot about how it is a very diverse and amazing environment to be in Oshawa and specifically in Ontario Tech University. If some of the students are sometimes worried about building connections and making friends, would you say it's easy to make friends and meet people there at Ontario Tech University?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the short answer. And when it comes to making friends, we go above and beyond to ensure that everybody is comfortable, everybody feels safe, and everybody's involved as well. So right from the start, when it comes to orientation, everybody gets into big groups with their faculty. meeting new friends, icebreaker events, social events on campus for the first week of school. So absolutely, even if you're very, very shy and you're nervous about coming to Canada, being in a new environment, trust me, you're going to fit right in. We have over 60 different nationalities on campus, and we do our best to ensure that you're happy, you feel safe, you're comfortable, and you're excited to start school. And it's a place that you know right after day one that you chose the right university to go to.
That's really amazing to know. Paula's wondering how they can get a meeting with you, Brent.
Yeah, great question. What I can do is I can post the link to my meeting page. Unfortunately, as of right now, I don't have any meetings available. I do take off for India this Thursday. So I'm going to be doing a recruitment event in India for about 2.5 weeks come Thursday. So I won't have any immediate meetings online, but you can definitely reach out to me by email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So if you can sit on it for maybe 2.5 weeks, we can jump on a meeting closer to February. But if you want like a quick answer via email, I'm more than happy to chat through that.
Amazing. So, guys, a question for you. I already asked Brent about whether it is easy to make friends there. What are some of your other concerns about? What are some of your other concerns when you think about studying to Canada in Canada? Sorry, can you just share with us some of the concerns so that we can maybe share them with Brent? Just here in the comments, as you usually do. So now moving on to the admission process for international students, what are the accepted language proficiency tests?
Yeah, so the most popular being IELTS. Of course, we require a 6.5 to 7.0 with no subscore below 6.0. We also have a Duolingo as well, in which we require a minimum score of 110. If you're interested in doing education or nursing, we require a minimum score of 120. When it comes to the English language proficiency requirements, if you've done 3 years of high school or post-secondary education where the language of instruction and examination is in English, you would meet the criteria. So you wouldn't have to go and do the IELTS. But we do also have our English Language Center right on campus. So if you don't meet the criteria through IELTS or Duolingo, and if you haven't done it through high school, you can obviously enroll in our ELC program. It's a great small group environment in which you can come to Ontario Tech, you can learn English, get a bit more comfortable with the language, and then move in to your program. So of course, if you do want to know more about the ELC, I'm more than happy to chat online as well at the end of the webinar.
Great, that is really amazing to know. And also, what does the admission process for international students look like? How can they apply and where to apply? And maybe if you can mention some of the general documents that are needed.
Yeah, so 2 different ways to apply. If you want to apply to Ontario Tech and maybe 2 or 3 other Ontario universities, go through the OUAC. So it's ouac.on.ca. That's the Ontario University's Application Center, in which you can apply to Ontario Tech and a couple other different universities as well. If you get off this webinar and you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm sold on Ontario Tech, that Brent guy was right, I want to come here, you can email me and I can send you the link to our internal application. It's actually less expensive than the OUAC application. And as Lean mentioned, there may or may not be a promo code at the end of this, but our internal application is $100 and it's directly to our admissions team. So if you just want to apply to Ontario Tech, it's www.ontariotechu.ca/international application.
Amazing. So we do have the OUAC website posted on the comments if you guys want to check that out. And we will also be posting the other internal application that Brent was telling you guys about. So what is the tuition fee average at Ontario Tech?
A great question. So tuition ranges from around $29,000 to $39,000 Canadian for the academic year. So to be specific, when it comes to science, health science, our arts programs, education, it's $29,196 Canadian dollars. when it comes to our engineering program, that is on the higher end, and that's $39,808. I know a lot of students are interested in computer science, so computer science is right there in the middle at 32,344 Canadian dollars for the entire academic year.
Great. And a lot of the students are asking, they seem to be very interested, asking about the programs and all of that. So can you tell the students about a bit about the deadlines and when they can apply?
Yeah, absolutely. So our competitive program deadline, that's going to be our nursing program and our computer science program. So those are the two competitive programs. The deadline is quickly approaching. It's going to be at the end of January. So if you're watching this webinar right now and you want to apply to computer science or nursing, get your application in as soon as possible if you want to arrive at Ontario Tech for fall 2023. So end of January, it's going to be our computer science and nursing program. All of our other programs, you still have a bit of room to apply. It's going to be in March. So don't worry, you still have time. The application is very, very quick. It's very easy to fill out. But what we're going to need is once you have submitted that application, we're going to want to see your high school transcripts. If you've already attended college or university somewhere else, we're going to want to see those transcripts as well. We want to see proof of English language proficiency, and then also a passport is going to be needed upon submission. If you don't have your passport right away, that's okay. That's okay. You can submit that later, but transcript and English language proficiency are the two most important factors when it comes to giving you a conditional offer of admission.
Great. Now that we have talked about the admission process, I think it's time to break the news about the application fee.
Yeah, so when it comes to the application fee, normally it is 100 Canadian dollars, but since everybody came out today, and I know people are in different time zones, and I'm sure it's the middle of the night in some places, we're actually going to give a promo code for a completely free Ontario Tech application. So if you do go to that internal app link right there at the top, where it's HTTPS and then a bunch of other words, you just click on that. Or if you just type in ontariotechu.ca/international application, it's going to be 3 pages. The first is going to be all your information. The second page is going to be your program choices. And then the third page is where you're going to pay. If you go to the promo code spot and type in Ridgeback 22, it's going to be a free application. So that's Ridgeback and then the number 22. It's going to be a free promo code for an application that's normally $100 completely free of charge.
Wow, that's really great. We will be posting now the promo code on the comments so that you guys can know exactly what to type in. And thank you for sticking around. I think it was worth it because you guys just got a promo code to waive the application fees, which was $100. So this is amazing. And that is just not just the application fee waiver, but we also have a lot of information about the scholarships which you guys have been asking about. So what are the scholarship opportunities for international students applying to Ontario Tech?
Yeah, we have some amazing scholarships. So a couple of years ago, we only had one international scholarship, just one. But now, a couple of years later, we have many, many different opportunities for our international students to get a little bit of money to help them out. So our largest award is the Global Leadership Award. It's 72,000 Canadian dollars. So that's $18,000 a year for 4 years. If they're not successful for that, we have a variety of different international leadership awards that are $10,000. And if they're not successful for that, we have many, many different awards at 4,000 Canadian dollars. So there are many, many different awards. If you're not successful for the top one, you can obviously apply for the other couple as well. But it's a very, very simple process. Once you do submit your student application, admissions is going to reach out to you with a student number. You can go online to your campus portal, and the scholarship information and how to apply is all there. It's one singular application, and your name goes into every single spot for all the scholarships. So one singular application for the Global Leadership Award. If you're not successful in winning that, you're automatically entered into the International Leaders Award. And if you're not successful for that, you're automatically entered into the International Merit Award. Now, what we want to see, obviously, is having an exceptional academic GPA. So normally we want to see about an 85% average or above. We also want to see that you're an exceptional leader and you're actively involved in the community. So there are going to be a couple questions that you do have to answer. So not only is the academics important, but we also want to see how you've been in your community, whether that's maybe volunteering, doing charity work, tutoring. We want to see what you've done outside of the classroom as well. And those two things are very, very important when it comes to choosing who is winning these awards at Ontario Tech.
Amazing. Those are great opportunities. We have posted a link to the scholarships in the comments. So that is really great. So when we asked about the concerns for the students, we had an answer saying that they're concerned about the cost of the application and the tuition. And here we go. Brent just offered you guys a promo code to waive the application fee. And you also have scholarship opportunities. So that is amazing. Someone was concerned. Victoria said that she is concerned about the weather in Canada. Would you like to give her any tips?
Yeah, no, great question. I understand. I don't know if that student's still here. Can they post which country they are from? I know if they can do that quickly. If they can't, that's completely okay. But I will discuss the weather in Canada. So obviously, it's not like what you see in movies and TV shows. It's not covered in snow for 12 months of the year at all. In Canada, Brazil. Okay, yeah, great. So it's not like Brazil where it's constantly sunny and warm, year round. In Canada, especially Ontario, you are going to get 4 seasons. So you're going to get your fall, your winter, your spring, and your summer. And of course, yes, it is Canada. In the winter, it does snow. But you know what? About 3 or 4 months later, that snow melts and it goes away and the warm weather comes out and you're in t-shirts and shorts and sandals and it's 30 degrees out and you're outside at a cafe enjoying a cup of coffee with friends and the sun's out and it's a 30-degree day. And then in the fall, the leaves start to change and you see all the different colors and you can put on your fall sweaters and your scarves and your toques and you can walk around and see that cool autumn breeze in the evening. So you do get to experience all 4 seasons in Canada. Don't be afraid of the snow. It does get cold, but a warm winter jacket and a toque, and you're going to be completely fine. Right now, I'm in Oshawa. Right now, it's 1:48 Eastern, and the temperature right now, I'm looking at my phone. It is 1 degree Celsius. So we're in the middle of January and it's not even snowing outside here in Oshawa, Ontario. So don't worry. It's going to snow for a bit, but trust me, it melts, it goes away, the sun comes out, and before you know it, you're going to have your t-shirts, your shorts on, your sandals. You're going to be at the beach. You're going to be walking around. It's going to be 32 degrees out and you're going to be wishing that it started to snow. So don't worry about the snow at all.
Yeah, I have to agree with Brent. I was also worried before coming to Canada about the weather, but then I realized there are also a lot of winter activities that you guys can also get into, like skiing and snowboarding. It's a whole new world, and it's really amazing and very exciting. So Victoria said it doesn't seem so bad. That's amazing. So guys, that was it from my side, from my questions. But if you have more questions that you would like to ask Brent, go ahead. We still have a few minutes, but we are reaching the end of this live. So please ask your questions in the comments. But if you don't have any questions in mind now and you would like to ask them later, we are going to provide Brent's email now on screen, so that you guys can be able to get in touch and ask all your questions. Brent, thank you so much for your answers today. Everything was so perfect and informative for the students. That was really great. Would you like to give the students any last advice about studying abroad and studying in Canada specifically?
Let me just say thank you very much, of course, to Lean and Carla and FPP for hosting Ontario Tech. It's great to see that Ontario Tech is the first live event of 2023. But I know higher education and university and going abroad can be daunting, but do not worry. At Ontario Tech, we make sure that every single student, whether they're from Oshawa, Ontario, or from the other side of the globe, feels at home when they come to campus. So don't be afraid to reach out to me via email. I encourage it. It's right there on the screen, brent.seaton at ontariotechu.ca. So please reach out to me. I will answer any single question at all. It does not matter. Whatever is on your mind, I am more than happy to take 10 minutes out of my day to chat with you to ensure that you're making a great decision. I want to ensure that when you come to Canada and when you come to Ontario Tech, that you're making the right choice and you're happy with your decision. So don't be nervous. Don't be afraid. Everybody is here at Ontario Tech to help. It's a walk-in door, open door policy. You can walk right in. You can chat to whoever you want, whether it's professors, academic advisors, myself, even our president, Dr. Stephen Murphy, walks around on campus and you can chat with him. So we're a family at Ontario Tech. We want to make sure that you feel like family and that when you arrive on campus, you're comfortable, you're excited. And once you do graduate from Ontario Tech 4 years later, that you're proud that you made the right decision.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Brent, for that great advice and all the support and the knowledge and the information that you shared with the students today. Again, if you guys want to get in contact and in touch, the email is on screen. Brent, thank you so much for today, and we really hope to see you soon again on the Student World Talks.
Thank you very much for having me. Take care, everybody. Once again, I appreciate it. Brent.Seaton at Ontario Tech U. Reach out to me. And of course, to the Student World Talks. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody.
Perfect. So thank you so much, guys, for sticking around and for all your amazing questions as well. And Faizan is asking, what is the promo code for the application? We will post it again now on the comments so that you guys can, or it's here on the screen so you guys can know it again. Once again, I want to thank you guys for being here today. And I want you guys to stay tuned for the next episodes as well, because we always have some amazing news to share with you. And as always, everything related to studying abroad, which is what you are here for. So I want to remind you guys that we do have a social media page on Instagram so that you can follow us there to stay updated about any news, about more information that can help you throughout your research process. So please follow us there, and also, as usual, like and subscribe. And if you did not enjoy this episode, also you can tell us why and give us feedback, and we will be very happy to hear from you. Once again, thank you so much, guys, and I really hope to see you soon again on the Student World Talks. Goodbye.